Hello everyone. In today's video, we will learn about some amazing facts about human eyes. Without eyes, there would be no colors or happiness. So, we should always be thankful to God. Here are some interesting facts about the human eye. Fact number 1. The human eye can distinguish about 10 million different colors. Yes, that is correct. The human eye contains 3 types of color receptors called cones, which are sensitive to different ranges of light wavelengths. The combination of signals from these cones allows us to perceive a wide range of colors. It is estimated that the human eye can distinguish up to 10 million different colors. However, this number can vary from person to person, and some individuals may have a condition known as color blindness, which can affect their ability to perceive certain colors. Fact number 2. The cornea gets its oxygen directly from the air. The cornea is the clear, dome-shaped surface that covers the front of the eye, and it is made up of 5 layers of cells. It plays an important role in focusing light onto the lens of the eye and protecting the eye from damage. Unlike most other tissues in the body, the cornea does not have a blood supply. Instead, it gets its oxygen and nutrients directly from the air and from the aqueous humor, a clear fluid that fills the front part of the eye. This unique feature of the cornea is what allows it to remain transparent and clear, which is essential for maintaining good vision. Fact number 3. The human eye blinks about 12 times per minute. Did you know that on average, a person blinks about 12 times per minute, or about once every 5 seconds? This means that we blink about 1,200 times per hour, 28,800 times per day, and approximately 17,000 times while we are awake. Blinking is important for maintaining the health and function of the eyes. It helps to spread tears over the surface of the eye to keep it moist and prevent dryness, and it also helps to remove dust and other debris that may be present on the surface of the eye. Fact number 4. The muscles that control the movement of the eyes are the most active muscles in the body. They work together to coordinate eye movements, allowing us to track moving objects, maintain focus on a particular point, and scan our surroundings. On average, a person makes about 100,000 eye movements per day, which includes both voluntary and involuntary movements such as saccades, pursuits, and fixations. These eye movements are essential for normal vision and help us to perceive the world around us in great detail. Fact number 5. The retina is the layer of tissue at the back of the eye that contains photoreceptor cells called rods and cones. Rods are responsible for detecting light and dark, and they are more sensitive to light than cones. Cones, on the other hand, are responsible for color vision and are less sensitive to light. The human retina contains about 120 million rods and 6 million cones, although the distribution of these cells varies across different parts of the retina. The fovea, a small depression in the center of the retina that is responsible for high-acuity vision, contains a high density of cones, while the peripheral parts of the retina contain more rods than cones. The complex interplay between these photoreceptor cells and other cells in the retina is what allows us to see the world around us in vivid detail. Fact number 6. The human eye is capable of resolving objects as small as 0.1 millimeters under optimal conditions. This ability to discern fine details is known as visual acuity, and it depends on a variety of factors such as the size and shape of the eye, the quality of the lens, and the sensitivity of the photoreceptor cells in the retina. However, it's important to note that our ability to resolve fine details varies across different parts of the visual field. The fovea, which is responsible for high-acuity vision, has the highest density of photoreceptor cells and is capable of resolving fine details with great accuracy. In contrast, the peripheral parts of the retina have a lower density of photoreceptor cells and are less sensitive to fine details. Fact number 7. The human eye is only sensitive to a small range of wavelengths of light, which is referred to as the visible spectrum. This range includes wavelengths from about 400 to 700 nanometers. There are other types of electromagnetic radiation, such as radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiation, X-rays, and gamma rays, which are outside the visible spectrum and cannot be detected by the human eye. However, these types of radiation can be detected by other devices, such as radio antennas, infrared cameras, and X-ray machines. Fact number 8. The lens in the human eye does continue to grow throughout a person's life, but the growth is very slow after the age of 20. As the lens grows, it becomes thicker and less flexible, which can make it harder to focus on objects that are close up. Fact number 9. Presbyopia is a common condition that typically begins to affect people in their 40s or 50s, and it becomes more pronounced as they age. People with presbyopia may have difficulty reading small print, seeing objects up close, or doing other tasks that require close vision. This is because the lens in their eye has become less flexible and is no longer able to change shape easily to focus on nearby objects. Presbyopia can be corrected with reading glasses, bifocal or progressive lenses, or contact lenses designed for presbyopia. In some cases, surgery may also be an option to correct presbyopia, such as through the use of intraocular lenses or laser vision correction techniques. Fact number 10. The human eye is able to adapt to different lighting conditions through a process called adaptation. Adaptation is the ability of the eye to adjust to changes in the brightness and color of light. When you go from a dark room to a bright one, your eyes need to adjust to the increased light levels. This is done through a process called light adaptation, where the iris adjusts the size of the pupil to regulate the amount of light entering the eye, and the rods and cones in the retina adjust their sensitivity to light. Similarly, when you go from a bright room to a dark one, your eyes need to adjust to the decreased light levels. This is done through a process called dark adaptation, where the rods and cones in the retina adjust their sensitivity to light to make the most of the available light. These adaptations can happen quickly, usually within a few seconds to a few minutes. However, it can take longer for the eyes to fully adapt to very bright or very dark conditions. The size of the human eye is about the size of a ping-pong ball and weighs about 7 grams. The human eye is an incredibly complex organ responsible for allowing us to see and interpret the world around us. It is composed of several parts, including the cornea, iris, lens, retina, optic nerve, and various muscles that control its movement. The cornea is the clear, outer layer of the eye that helps to focus light onto the retina. The iris is the colored part of the eye that regulates the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. The lens is a flexible, crystalline structure that helps to focus light onto the retina. The retina is a layer of cells at the back of the eye that contains photoreceptor cells called rods and cones, which detect light and convert it into electrical signals that are sent to the brain via the optic nerve. The optic nerve is a bundle of nerve fibers that carries these signals to the brain, where they are interpreted as visual information. The muscles of the eye work together to control its movement and allow us to track objects and change our focus. Overall, the human eye is a remarkable organ that allows us to perceive the world around us in incredible detail and clarity. Comment your thoughts and views about human eyes. Please subscribe and like.